guys, it's Bryn and we are back with another favorites video. Yeah. I feel like August was such a good month for favorites. I have so many things that I loved this month. I feel like the majority of the things that I bought this month actually turned out to be a favorite, which doesn't always happen. I feel like it's kind of a hit or miss a lot of the times, and maybe half of the things you get turn out to be a favorite, but in this case it was like probably a good 95% of the things I bought this month turned out to be a favorite, which is so exciting. I don't know if I'm just like being more selective about my purchases or if I just got lucky. I don't know, but I don't want to ramble too long because I have so many things to show you and I'm just really excited about it. So let's do this, let's go. So I have quite a few makeup things this month, but I think this first one would have to be probably my favorite, or the one that I've definitely used the most out of everything, and that is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Liquid Foundation and Powder Foundation. I used these for the first time in a recent video, and I loved them both. I thought they were great. I have not used another foundation since I used this one in that video. I have not reached for another one. I've even used this when I wasn't as tan and I wasn't this color anymore. I was still like wanting to use this and using it anyway because I just didn't have any desire to use any other foundation besides this one. It just looks so good. It blends out so well. It looks like real skin, but it covers up everything you need it to. I mean, like, I can't even... What the heck is that? Okay, I just saw something that is either hair or a very disgusting bug, and I'm afraid to go see what that is. Okay, it's hair, it's hair. Thank God. Anyway, this has just been my go-to. Honestly, have not used another foundation, don't have any plans to. Honestly, like, I just haven't found anything that I love as much as this one, and it's a drugstore foundation. And then the powder foundation is just amazing on top of it. Like, I don't think I've ever used a powder foundation. I never thought to use a powder that was my skin tone, but if you haven't done that, I can't, this is amazing. I just feel like the combination of the two just makes my skin look amazing. No redness, no flaws. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with them both. I honestly can't get enough of them. Can only say good things. My next favorite is actually an old favorite. I think it's something I probably talked about before, but then I just like went on to use other things, completely forgot about it, and this month it's the only thing I used, and that is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Exposed. And funny story is, I think I was in Ulta and I was looking at all the blushes and I really wanted like a pretty nude blush, and I was looking at them all, and there was one that really stuck out to me, and I was like, I really want this, but I feel like I have something very similar, so I'm gonna go home and make sure that I don't have something that's exactly like this. Turns out I had that exact one that I was eyeing in the store. I just completely forgot, apparently. It's just the perfect everyday blush. I feel like it stays all day. It wears so nicely. It's just so pretty. I can't even, like, it looks like nothing. I mean, it doesn't even look that exciting, but I'm not a huge blush person. I'm more of a bronzer person, so I love blushes that just kind of pair with bronzers really nicely and just look natural and nude, and just like this one. I'm obsessed with it. I can't believe I went so long without using it. Now, I was on the lookout for a contour kit for the longest time. Contour kits are expensive, and I knew that I wasn't gonna try 5 different ones just to figure out which one I wanted. I knew I wanted to buy one, and I wanted that to be it. So I wanted to make sure I was making the right decision, and I looked at so many different contour kits so many different times. I was being so indecisive about it, which is so unlike me, but I knew I only wanted to buy one. I only wanted to invest in one, so I wanted to make sure it was the right one. And I ended up going with the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light to medium. You hear so much about these contour kits. I knew it was going to be good quality. I didn't want one where I would only use 2 colors and the other 4 would just be there, like I spent money on them and then I didn't use them. Like, no, I did not want that. So I'm so thrilled that I went with this one because I just feel like I love every color in here. I use every color in here. None of them go to waste. I use them every single day, and it's just like the perfect contour kit for me. I use these two colors to like set my under eye concealer. This shade is like a shimmery highlight, but it's very, very subtle. So I love it on days where like I don't want a super big highlight, like if I'm going to work or something. It just doesn't make sense to have like glitter on my face. I absolutely love this one. This one right here is the perfect contour shade. I absolutely love it. And then I will mix like a combination of 2 or all 3 of these for like a bronzer. So yeah, I'm sure there are tons of other contour palettes out there. There might be one that suits you better, but this one I just feel like the quality is great. It wasn't super expensive compared to other ones, and I use every single color. So like, I feel like this one's a win. And lastly for makeup, I have 2 lip colors. They look insanely similar, but I promise they're like slightly different. This one I used in my last Get Ready With Me trying new products video. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude. Is it a liquid lipstick? I always forget what this is called. It doesn't say on the thing, but it's the, I want to say it's like a matte liquid lipstick or something. It is in the color XYZ. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It's basically just like my lip color, but a little bit better, and I absolutely love it on days where I have like a more warmer tone going on my face. I feel like it matches super well, but it's still like a pretty matte nude. And then this one is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the color Carmelo, something like that. And this is basically a very similar color, but it's a little more cool toned compared to the Bare Minerals one. See, they're very similar, but at the same time they're very different. Like, I know once I've done the rest of my face exactly which one of these two I want to use. I love the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick formula. I think it's amazing. So yeah, these two are definitely my go-to. I wear one or the other pretty much every single day unless I decide to just wear like chapstick or lip gloss or something. But if I want to go for like a lip color, I stick with the nudes, but these two are 100% my favorite. Moving on, I have a couple of hair products, which is very rare for me. I don't talk about hair stuff very often because I do the same thing to my hair all the time. I had the same hair straightener. I want to say it was like Conair something. It was something I saw on TV way back in the day, probably when I was like 15 or 16, and I went to Walmart and I bought it. It was probably only like $30 or something cheap, and I have had that hair straightener like since I was 15 or 16. I'm 21 now. That's a long time to have a hair straightener. So I finally decided to go and invest in a new hair straightener, and I debated for a long time which one to buy. I didn't know which one was good. I asked quite a few people, but at the end of the day, I had a coupon for Ulta, so I went there. They had a display of hair straighteners. Some of them said they were good for thick curly hair, and there were a couple of them that said they were good for thin fine hair, so I got one of them. I didn't think about it too hard, but like, just looking at this, you're like, you know why I picked it, right? I mean, like, I don't really have to explain it to you. I think the brand is T3. I don't know exactly which model this is. I'll put it in the description because I think I still have the box. But I know there were a couple of them, and I think they have like miniature ones too that are like half the size maybe. But yeah, aside from the white with the little rose gold detail on it that obviously drew me to this hair straightener, it just works great. I mean, it has a little dial here. I don't know if you can see that. That changes the temperature. And honestly, what I love about this is that it works amazing both for straightening and for curling. I don't use a curling iron anymore, and I curl my hair so much more than I ever used to because it's so easy to just take this and be like, done. I love that it's like a 2-in-1. I love the look of it. I just think it's amazing. Obviously, pick the best hair straightener for your hair type, but that one works amazing for me, and I love the way it looks, so I'm obsessed with it. Another hair product that I've been obsessed with, I've heard so many people talk about this, it is the Dry Bar Triple Sec 3-in-1, and it texturizes, amplifies, and refreshes. Basically, this kind of works as like a texturizer, a volumizer, and like a dry shampoo all in one. I don't really know how to describe it. It's really like nothing I've ever tried before. Basically, I'll just curl my hair with my straightener, and I'll spray this in it, and it just gives it volume, it gives it more texture, and makes it a little like grittier. Gives it kind of like a hairspray feel so that it feels like it's gonna stay. It looks just a little more like texturized and beachy. I don't really know how to describe it, but I think if you're wanting more texture to your hair, maybe if you have like super straight hair like I do, this is amazing just to give it a little more body and like personality, I guess. Now I have a couple of clothing favorites, and I am just touching on all the bases today. Shockingly, I have another tennis shoe favorite. I've just been going tennis shoe crazy this summer, and these are the Adidas edge looks. I have no idea. Again, I'll put them in the description. But I am just obsessed with these. They're so cool. They don't look like any Adidas I've ever seen before. They're insanely comfortable. They're all white. They have them in different colors though, I believe. They have this like texture on the front, this little like coral thing on the back, and the shoelaces look like ribbons, which is just like my favorite thing I've ever seen. These are so comfortable, they go with everything, and I'm obsessed with them. Basically everything I wear, I either wear these, my Nike tennis shoes from my last favorites video, or my white Keds. I mean, like, I basically just have them on rotation. I just think they're so cool. They're not like any tennis shoe I've ever seen before, and I'm just obsessed with them. I don't know what else to say. And this last clothing favorite is not new. It's not new to me, but I just recently went and got like so many more of them. I just have been wearing them constantly, and they're 100% a favorite for this month. And that is the Topshop Joni jeans. Sure, you've heard a lot of people talk about these. I think a lot of people wear these jeans and like these jeans. You can get them at Nordstrom, you can get them at Topshop. I have 4 pairs of these now in all different colors, and I love Topshop jeans in general, but Joni are my favorite style. They're high-waisted, they're skinny. I love these ones. They're denim, they're blue, and they have this like little ripped part at the knees. I also have these like faded black ones that also have the little rip at the knees. I have a pair of white ones, I have a pair of plain black ones without the rip in the knees, and I want gray ones now, and I'm obsessed with them, you guys. They're my favorite pair of pants, and they're just so comfortable. They look good with everything. I love that they're high-waisted, they're skinny, they're stretchy, they're comfortable. I don't know. I'm obsessed with them. They're my favorite pants I think I've ever bought, which is why I have 4 of them. Hello. Okay, goodbye. So that is all my favorites for this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't really know what else to say. This is always the hardest part. It's like the outro of the video where I'm just like, all right, I'm out of words. Be on your way. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time with another one. Goodbye.